This special episode of Shaun Spins is brought to you by Samo's Boombox Emporium for all your music needs.
And I would like to play Ce Soir en Tunis, A Night in Tunisia.
Welcome back to Shaun Spins. This is episode 49, and I'm your host, Shaun, and I hope everybody is safe and well. Great band and great record for today. The band Spitz from Austin, Texas, and the album Teeth. I got into this band very interestingly. I had tickets to see and hear the band Off, and I've been to an Off concert before years and years ago, like 10, 15 years ago, when they were first coming out. And when Off finally announced who the opening act was, I looked into it, as I always do when I'm going to see an act, and I want to know what we're going to be listening to. Well, I got extremely excited listening to Spitz. You know, it's like one of those times like when I saw Milk Banana, I got extremely excited to hear something new and different, and it was so fresh and better than anything on the radio. So leading up to the performance, I would listen to things online from the band, radio performances, just little clips here and there. And I was extremely excited to see and hear Spitz. I think I was more excited for Spitz than I was to go see Off. So excited, I made this shirt to wear to the show and support the band. So when I got to the show, it was towards the end of May, right after my birthday. Like I said, I showed up in the shirt. They draw little X's on you at the door when you come on in. And I made the same joke I've been making for probably close to 30 years. I always go, well, do you have to draw them on if I already have them tattooed on me? And the door person gives me a look as usual and get on in here kind of deal. The band was great. Just great. What a great live band. Everything I thought they would be. Someone in line even stopped me when they saw the shirt. And I think at first they asked if I made it. And I was like, yeah. And they asked if I knew anything about the band. And I was like, they are great. And I told them, I said, they might be better than Off tonight. They're that good of a band. And they were phenomenal. Got to meet the band at the merchandise table. Super nice. Got a few little things from the band. They were super excited to see the shirt I made, and just really great people. Now, as I said, Spitz is from Austin, Texas, and I'm hearing that the band started during COVID, and it's amazing how tight of a band they are. One would think they've been playing together for years. So when I went to the show, I was able to get this little tiny poster that the band signed. One of the band members actually forged the signature of the bass player, which I thought was kind of funny. The bass player was injured, and I got to meet the bass player later, yet at that moment, somebody in the band signed for the bass player. I think this is one of the stickers I got at the show. The reason I say I think is because the vinyl record I ended up getting came with a sticker too. So this is the record I ended up ordering. At the show, I was kind of hoping that they would have the record with them, yet they didn't. I had to order the record from a coffee house. I've never done that before. That was different. Yet, it's really nice vinyl. Clear vinyl. I've never had a clear vinyl record before. It sounds good. The other side of the record is some older material, yet I'm only going to talk about the album Teeth. Now, the album itself came with that same poster. It's a little damaged. It came with a pin, and the pin was kind of stuck in this. And it also came with, I believe this is the sticker it came with, and a little note. Now you might be saying to yourself, Shaun, what about this band do you like so much? It just sounds great. Sounds great. The guitar sound on a lot of the songs is amazing. Very, how can I say, like, it sounds like the band is in the room with you, the guitar sound, not a double track kind of sound. The band is definitely punk rock. I mean, some might say hard rock. Some might even say grunge. It's just a great sounding band. Now, on this record, when I first was listening to the band on clips I would find and stuff, my favorite song from the album was Groping Dogs, Gushing Blood. What a great song live. On the record, it doesn't sound as good. The vocals are not as emotional, yet it's still a great song. Now, what ended up being my favorite song from the vinyl is Hair of Dog. When I first heard that title, that song, I thought of Nazareth. I was like, are Spitz going to cover Nazareth? It's not Nazareth. So that ended up being my favorite track from the vinyl. But Groping Dogs, Gushing Blood is still probably my favorite song from them. And a very powerful song speaking out about a sexual assault. Very powerful song. As I said, though, the live performance of the song, the lyrics just have a little bit more emotion to it, I feel. Hair of Dog definitely has that emotion in the vocal delivery. Musicianship on the record is phenomenal. One of the neat things about the band, similar to Kiss, they take turns singing and even switching instruments. Drums might play guitar and sing, vice versa. And seeing the band live, there's a vocal turn of 3 people singing. A lot of fun. Now, the album starts off, the closest thing I can relate to when the album first starts off, the first track, is very similar to Garbage Man from Hole, from their first album. Similar tone to it in vocal delivery. Goes into Hair of Dog, goes into Groping Dogs, Gushing Blood. It's just a great, quick little album. It's a great band. As I said earlier, better than anything on the radio right now. Anything. And I'm really looking forward to seeing and hearing them again when they come back to town. If you're looking for some great music, I really recommend Spitz. It's a great band. And I was glad I was able to get one of the vinyl records of it. I'm not really into downloading music, and I was glad I was able to get my hands on a copy, even though it was kind of strange ordering from a coffee house. I wasn't expecting this good of a vinyl pressing, yet it's great. The only thing missing in the vinyl pressing is some liner notes. That's about it. And I will say this too. Probably the best vinyl record I've ever had delivered to my place. I have the worst luck with vinyl records being delivered. Usually warped, damaged, smashed, bent, I mean, you name it. Other than this little pin damaging the poster, everything is in phenomenal shape. It's just great. I'm really glad I have a copy of this album, and I've been spending probably since March, listening to the band all the time, and now having the vinyl the last month. It's a great band. I'm really glad my ears have found this band this year, and I'm glad Off brought them to the show. I really recommend Spitz Teeth. And I think that's about it for today. And until next time, I hope everybody's safe and well, and take care and be nice to each other.